Hey folks, Quilly Teen here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4. We are playing as Fascist Greece. We are the Hellenic states over here. We've also got the Russian Empire as our puppet. Rex Commissariat. Whatever, puppet type thing. They are going to follow our lead. I was just taking a look at their intel ledger to see what they ended up with after everything had been partitioned up over here. They've got 16 civilian factories, 12 military factories. They've got a decent amount of resources, so they'll be trading a lot. We can, of course, easily import a bunch of their stuff as well for a very, very, very good price. 3 million manpower currently available. They don't have any divisions in the field right now. It does say that they've got 33,000 deployed manpower in the Navy. So they've got a little bit of that, which is interesting. So hopefully they'll build up. I'm a little worried that they're going to just lose a bunch of land like right away to some people that we're in a war with over here. We are going to try to send some troops over there. The other thing I'm going to do actually is these guys who were on garrison duty. I'm going to pull them off of that. Also going to delete this. What we're going to do is we're going to set up a very large just army group line to try to hold some of this right now is what I'm going to do. What we're going to do is reinforce probably with quite a few lightweight troops. We have some infantry equipment ready to go, so I'm going to train more garrisons, which actually are currently in training. I'm going to throw in more of these. We can train them in parallel. That's going to be okay. Maybe we'll do 2 runs like that. That's going to be fine. We'll set a location that's as far east as possible, and you are going to be assigned to join Group Purple here. What I might do, actually, is I'm going to split you in 2, and just in case, I'm going to reset this. So I'm doing a shift click. Later on, what I'll probably do is redraw this without the shift on the army group. Because then all of our strong troops will be in one area, and that'll be the real crux of our push, as opposed to these lighter weight divisions over here, which are just there to just have a little bit of a block to provide. Oh, the out of supply reminds me of a change I want to do. Probing attack, paratrooper grace period. I mean, we actually might be able to do some funky paratrooper stuff, actually. For later. This doesn't do anything for us right now. You know what? We'll grab Skirmisher for now. We might be able to grab some more stuff. So the important thing is to have those folks out there and ready to go. We're going to deploy some more. Manpower's gone down to 0, although I believe we're still mobilizing right now. We've also... Hold on. We're going to see what the manpower shakes out, because we've got these guys to help with our suppression efforts over here. There was something else I was going to do. Oh, yes! Now I remember. I was going to make sure to add in... Do we not have the logistics company at all? No. Okay, shoot. We're going to have to research that next. Because I'm going to want the logistics company way out here, because we are going to start to go into low supply. And if we're going to do more offensive operations in general, including invading of North America, we are going to want the reduced logistics thing. We've got a bunch of decisions available right now. We can develop some tungsten mines in some areas that we've got. We've got quite a few. Steel might be actually the first priority, but we'll run all of those. That's going to be fine. Paramilitary training in the Russian Empire. We can run... Right, it's going to give them army experience and daily fascism support. I think, well, we might actually want to make sure they stay fascist. I'm actually kind of cool with running this one time. It's going to cost us total about 60 political power. I think that's going to be okay. Yeah, let's run that and try to keep them fairly fascistic. I've deployed my spies to Manchukuo and Japan here. We'll get some knowledge. The cipher job has been set up there as well. Speaking of... What I might want to do is unlock a few more things over here. We're not running the anti-partisan activities. We shouldn't have to. We don't have that many spies. Anyway, we probably want to do is get more decryption power up and running. And finally, we might also go and claim the title of Spy Master for our alliance at some point. There we go. 500,000 garrison manpower has been made available for us. So that's going to feed our troops that we're doing garrison things. War on Yemen. Lend-Lease, don't mind if I do. And yeah, we have a bunch of troops moving. The Yemen joined the 4th International. Okay. We haven't been called into that war yet. We probably will. There it is there. Sure, fine. Doesn't make much of a difference for us. Yeah, no, I don't think that changes anything about our political situation. Oh, okay. I think the Russians were offering to join the war, and then someone else invited them, so they just did. Actually, if they weren't in the war over here, that might have actually been decent, but I think it was going to happen anyway. All right, bunch of troops moving across there. Italy's coming in. All kinds of people are coming in. It's going to be really good over here. How much repair do we have going on? A fair bit. When Modern Navy finishes, I'm going to run for a little while the repair boost to help do that. But I'm very happy that we can develop the infrastructure over here to prevent some of these out-of-supply problems. Right now, there's a little out-of-supply, but everyone's moving. Hopefully, that's going to bounce back soon and not be too much of an issue. So these guys are going to move forward, which isn't much of a surprise, of course, and that's totally okay. That was always allowed. So they're going to push in a little bit. Hopefully not too much to cause any kind of issue for us. And then we are going to be ready to kick some ass. Lots of movement going everywhere. Yemen's going to fall instantly. That's not going to be a concern, I think, for us. Yeah. So if we filter out the miners, we can see exactly who we need to beat up for some of these things. Japan, of course, spoiler alert, they're an island, so things might be a little tricky for some of those things. We don't need any more of this refining. I was gonna... Oh, yes, I want to get the logistics company. In fact, I want to power through that as quickly as possible, because that's going to be very, very, very useful for us. Push, 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 go, go, go. Modern Navy, researched, finished. After Modern Navy... Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to come down here real fast. What's that grayed out? Oh, yeah. And just do construction repair. Free repair doubles up. And we do get some repair boost to factories. So let me move some of those to the top, just because that does work really quickly. We'll do that, and then these guys will auto repair. We don't need that for too long. We've got a lend-lease coming in. I'm wondering... Okay. What I'm wondering about is if we go here and we just push down here and split this in two. Which I kind of like the idea of. So what I'm going to do is draw a line more like this, with the plan to push in thusly. We can tell all the troops to halt, so they'll recalculate what they're doing. Yeah, so losing some land over here, not really surprised. As long as there's not a weird capitulation or something, that could be annoying. I think it's going to be okay, because this should all be core territory for them. Depends on how many victory points they were granted and everything over here. I'm going to tell you to go immediately. Of course, the cav gets there first. That's entirely reasonable and expected. We'll broaden this a little bit here. And yeah, we'll make sure to get some training before we send them out. So we still have a little bit of manpower in the bank. That's good. Radio interception group. We're going to be very eager to get the Prince of Terror or whatever advisor. I think we've got one. Prince of Terror. We'll get that non-core manpower, and it'll help a lot with our troop garrison activities. We'll need a lot fewer of them, which is good. It'll free up some infantry equipment again when that happens. They're pushing a little over here, and yeah, the supply issue is a big problem, and will always be. God. A bunch of dudes lingering back there. Yeah, no, see? Supply, out of supply everywhere. Now, okay, it's out of supply here, but not because of local supply, but because of this area right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to control-click to put this at the front of the queue, because this is a bottleneck for our supply. Cancel lend-lease. And this is something completely different from our Bulgaria game, because we actually can provide supply, whereas previously we could not. What I'm going to do is I'm going to box select everyone who's already relatively near the front, and I'm going to give them a big right-click. Because we can't really just stand around too long. We've got to make some gains. Luckily, they're also going to have supply issues on the other side. Possibly as many supply issues at first. Their supply issues will go down as we push forward into them. Luckily, we've still mostly just working on leg infantry right now, which is a little bit lighter on supply, which is really good. Free supplies are still happening, so we're going to let that keep running for a little bit longer. We got the play button on. I'm not going to set them to super aggro. I might actually. Oh, you've got... Hold on. Japan declares war on communist China. That is going to shake things up and be useful. Reinforcement rate plus 2%. I mean, maybe? Nah, I think we get that trait. It's going to be better. Movement bonus on the land. I really like that. I don't really care about the entrenchment speed as much, although you can get it, so we will. I mean, it's using up some slots in a sense, but I'm not too worried about that. Improve rubber processing. That is very helpful. 141, we've got that. Because that's the one thing we don't have. We've only got 2 synthetic factories. We'll probably just end up importing the rubber. In fact, I should check to see if I want to do any imports there. At some point, we will go full, like, jet. Especially when we're hitting the Americas. We're not 42 yet. Let me grab this. We might go to level 2 armored car, and then we might start doing armored car stuff for some of our garrison, depending on how tough things become. Alright, we're still pushing forward, at least for now, which is good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to teal in particular. I'm going to give you another right click here. If anyone's going to push, it's going to be teal. You see how they're spread out? And then we've got a wound. Actually, we're not making any progress right now. Let me halt everyone. I'm going to delete this battle plan. I'm going to draw... I'm not going to hold shift this time, though. I'm going to draw a slightly broader one. Somewhere in here, we'll get green. So green's going to be up there. And they're really going to be the ones responsible for the push. I'm going to redraw a battle plan. So again, I'm just going to sort of try to go for a cut in half. We'll straighten that out later. That's going to be okay. But what I might do... I mean, I could draw individual battle plans. Oh, it's actually... Sorry, it's blue. It's teal. That's got all the muscle. And at least teal will be able to push just fine. Or, you know, better anyway than some of these others. We are going to want anti-tank. I'm sure there's more discounts. I want to get the modern tanks ready and by the time we do our North American invasion, which isn't for a while yet, so I don't have to worry about rushing it quite yet. I don't know if we do. I don't think we've got to do any factory conversion. Do this. I still want to get some of the naval discounts. We are slowing it down because we are doing the auto repair stuff. Although I think it's still for the best. These things are coming in here, which will be good. Superior enemy, large river crossing. Well, okay. Okay, and you're still getting in position. So it's all teal over here. Oh, there's 2 teals. That's not going to help. Hold on. You are going to be yellow. Grand assault is done. I really actually will want to go motorized and mechanized. The thing is, we don't have that quite yet. Armored car. Supply consumption reduction. Land attack. We do eventually get some tank stuff here, too. Alright, let's go infiltration, and let me spend it here. Yeah, we're very lacking on breakthrough.
Yes. Στοιχηθείτε.
Wondering if there's places we can break through a little bit more easily. Oh, more steel mills. I mean, might as well, right? How's our trade? We've actually got a shortage of steel. Let's bring some in. We bring some in from the Russian Empire. One factory gives us 80. There you go. See? Forgot to check, actually, about our shortages. I was pretty sure it was going to be fine. Do I want to move planes in? I think the answer has to be yes, actually. I'm going to advance this over here. And maybe I'll just attach you to teal. And yeah, you're just doing air superiority, close air support, I guess interception if it comes up. I'll give you back day and night. You can do this, so just follow teal around. It'll use up a little bit more supply, but I think it's going to be okay. Alright, Yemen is down. That is very good news. Troops are still getting in position. taking a long time, especially with the thing. I think it's going to be okay-ish. I'm going to staff the planning office. I'll be ready to do a big right-click over here. Hopefully. At least that infrastructure is about to finish. Thrace and the G9 is going to delay you. We're going to prioritize getting the Russian infrastructure up, please. We've got some assigned to special projects, which is going to slow this down. Maybe I should actually halt on the intelligence agency stuff after this. I might actually. Okay, Lend-Lease canceled. Equipment's fine. We're a little short on artillery, but barely. Yeah, I can keep training. Okay, troops are mostly there. There's still some movement, but that's going to have to be okay. I'm going to get a little halt command, just in case some of them are close enough they can stop strategic redeployment and just be ready to go for the next bit. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit go. I'm going to take absolutely everyone and right-click them over here. But then before I unpause, I'm going to check to see if I want to tweak some of these attacks. I think we'll do that. And that. Make sure this goes. Say the river crossing into a fort is going to be difficult, but we can hit a few of these other places. Oh, even that's going to work out difficultly. Oh, no one's. I don't think any of the allies is assisting. Probably because of lack of supply. Arrgh! How much supply can we get over here? 23. I mean, we're not using any, so I guess we could move more troops over here, but it's always the same problem. You know, if the allies have all moved in here, maybe they can hold it. Maybe I could pull back my troops, since obviously we have too many. I'll keep developing our internal stuff, and then, I mean, other than that, not do anything with my troops. I mean, that seems a little weird. I don't know. Maybe we just don't hit play until we see one of our allies do it, and then there's a bunch of fighting. Who's justifying? Hungary is justifying against us. Hungary's in the Axis, so they're just going down. They just have a focus, probably. Yeah, there's going to be a demand. I don't think it can lead to a war. I don't know. Lend-Lease is recycling. We're really short of support. Oh, just barely, but yeah. Oh, hang on. Oh, no, we still don't have it, but we will have to increase our support production. You can see we got quite a lot of stuff going on here. We're going to increase this to like a tenner. Let me drop the infantry equipment for a little bit to do that. And, okay, divisions are starting to come in. I think a bunch more about to finish here in a sec. But yeah, finishing the logistics companies will help a lot. They're not going to solve the problem, but they will help. Radio interception group. Okay, I'm not going to set up any other spy stuff yet. How is the decryption going? Probably nowhere close. No, we could start doing some missions, though. Only good. It's not as nice as I might hope. There we go. One of these will send you over there. Now, we're just going to be adding more width in general, but that's going to have to be okay. Let me delete this again. And actually, I'm just going to do just a click here. Halt. And again, I'm not holding shift. So let's make it really visible. Let's make you red. Intensely red. So the red front over here is where our heaviest troops are going to be. Anyway, the battle plan is just going to be, you know, sort of push in here in some fashion. From everywhere over here. But probably not until we get our logistics companies and more of our infrastructure completes, please. Luckily, we still have 5. Oh, because it's command and steel mill, which, yeah, sure, fine. May have not been the same priority that we gave it, but we'll see. If we take a look over here, the bottleneck is the infrastructure in this province. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to control click to add some of this at the front, but I'm going to make sure that the ones who are already building, there you go, you get priority. Finish up first, please. Thank you very much. Mountain Division? Oh, it's gifted to me. Okay. Well, let's throw you in there. Sure. Oh, they're building up their troops, and with the relationship we have direct control over their stuff. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Okay, I'm happy we've got some defenses there. I didn't actually think to place them, although we could probably counterattack there. Not too much degree of difficulty. You're making some more troops. We'll just keep feeding you into this plan. How are the repairs? Nearly done? Yeah, they're effectively done. So I'm going to cancel construction repair. I'm still not too worried about popping down here. Yeah, you can create a faction. Let's not worry about that. Let's worry about moving down here. Mechanization, land doctrine, recruitable population. There we go. Because we actually are out of manpower here. There you go. That's going to give us a little bit more of a buffer again. And then the recruitable population change will help. We'll probably have to change our manpower laws to the next level soon. It'd be nice if we didn't have to, but we'll kind of do. What I'll do is I'll pull back on some of these multi-constructions until we know maybe where we need to stack a little bit more. It would be repairs over here. That's not going to be as much of a priority. I mean, it'll all repair over time anyway. Paramilitary training. I'm going to not do this again, because it will cost us political power, and we do have some things we still need to do there. Units are getting into position. That's still... Oh, I'm trying to mouse over this. Still hungry. That's fine. The tank designer, we're still going to want some of those over there. Hungary's canceling the Lend-Lease. Are they really prepping a war against me? I don't think so. Because we're in a faction, I don't think they can. There's some action in the south here. The Nation Française is helping out in the south. That is going to make a pretty big difference. Alright, speed 5. Give me my logistics. And yeah, hopefully we've got... we don't have much support equipment stored up. I don't think I'm going to increase the production lines for it, though. That's you. 42, so we can get this. And we can throw you in here. Yeah, we still have massively undersupplied areas. Yeah, the infrastructure over here is actually going to be the next issue. Especially, we can't actually build in this province here, but we can build this one up, which seems okay. Again, I'm going to prioritize the production of the places where we've already got stuff. You took that because it was a discount. Again, we could do this. We'd have to start producing armored cars, but it would really be good for the occupation. And if I recall correctly, So the hardness... it goes up a little bit, and more hardness is much better for for suppression and things like that. However, you look at the cost, right? It goes from just 2 steel to a steel and tungsten, and the production cost goes up by quite a bit. I mean, it jumps up, the production cost jumps up from 1 to 2 as well, and the hardness doesn't really. If we're just doing armored cars for suppression, do we just stay on level 1? Maybe we do. Oh, it's 42. We can do the next infantry equipment. Let's do that right away. We've got some outdated equipment. That's our fighters. I'm not going to spend any experience to get the next level fighter yet. And yeah, all of our organization levels are very low because of lack of supply. Throw you in. If we start getting more, we'll just make another army. Then we'll reorganize the front line again and make that work better. Logistics companies are done. We're going to immediately go for the next level of logistics companies. And I'm going to go and add the logistics company here right away, even though we don't have enough support equipment. hopefully we can... Well, maybe we'll get more Lend-Lease. We go asking for it, but... Okay, modify government, we can do a lot. I'm actually thinking we're going to do our manpower laws now. It does nerf our factory output. And our construction speed. I don't know, maybe we want to wait up. We get the elusive... Oh, hold on. Prince of Terror. There we go. That's going to give us some manpower and reduce damage to garrison and help out with just dealing with what's going on over here. No, I guess civilian oversight is fine. I do want the compliance to be as good as it can. And right now, it's taking a hit over there. So let's do that. Capture cipher. Yeah, excellent. Prepare and go. Give us some cipher progress against Japan, please. That's going to be really excellent. Oh, they did come through over here. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab you. You. And you. I will make you a separate theater. That's going to be fine. And, I mean, there's already some people holding there, but I'm going to throw more in. We're going to make a new army group, and we will... yeah, we'll spawn a new commander. Oh, no, sorry, we have tons of commanders. Wow, level 7. These guys are assigned, yes. I don't know, promote you. Done. And then assign you. Let's see what we got here. You know I love my charismatic. Although this is going to be defensive, but that... There you go. And we'll take defensive as well. Because that's his job, is going to be to try to just hold defensive positions. Probing attacks, glider plane. Let's just wait on you. I don't know what we're going to do with you quite yet. And yeah, you're going to do this. You'll have some sort of battle plan, but you're just there to kind of hold that front. More research. Oh, yes. Okay, you can just research this normally, I'd say. More divisions. We're just going to add you to blue here. Or to teal, our sort of garrison that's holding this. We could rename things, but I don't know. It's going to be fine. Get there. Okay, autosave. Thank you. And then build up over here. So yeah, it's still definitely quite short over here, and we're still trying to build. Okay, you going. Backbone of the army. Land doctrine and more recruitable population. That's going to help. Greek mechanization, land of mountains, mountain infantry, modern cataphracts, mechanized equipment, reduces ahead of time penalty, replaces Hellenic army with Byzantine army. More recruitable population. Yeah, okay. That sounds pretty good to me. You know what, actually? 1, 2, 3. Oops. 4 of you join there. And join over there. Thanks. And some tank divisions, maybe. Well, go ahead and join over here. And more divisions? Okay, no, that went away. Manpower is low. It should recharge here. Okay, we're not developing some more. Landing crafts are coming in. It's 42, which does give us the next level over here. Yes, please. Let's go for the next level. I guess they're all good. We're going to want all of those. It's not really much of a question. Yeah, they actually have good org. And they're not going to be able to push any more, but I don't know how much we're going to be able to do. Spanish Empire joins the Axis. Well, that's nice. I guess their modifier finally went away. Okay, we're making gains in the south without us having to really do anything else, and that's really nice to see. Some of our guys aren't even out of supply, too, so there is... The situation's definitely improving. Yeah, actually, this place is being bottlenecked from here. Well, this place is actually going to try to come from the sea. which is good. I mean, well, it's good and bad. It gives us a different route for our resources, but might make us vulnerable to being plundered. This is definitely the next area where we're going to need a little something something. Okay, a little bit of manpower. Not much, but some. Bulgaria approaches the German Reich. Aren't they in their own... Wait, sorry, was that Bulgaria? I mean, they're already in the Axis, so yeah, moot point. Sure. No one's fabricating against us. Hungary might have claims against us or some areas over here. That might have been a decision that could have led to war, but it wasn't taken that way because, you know, we're supposed to be friends. It's fairly likely to be the situation. Problem is, we're here, we are being attritioned, which means it is costing us equipment. I probably should have just pulled away completely before, you know, while we were waiting for the infrastructure to build up. It is nice that the push in the south is working, which is good, because we can't push in the north. We've got our next level logistics company is being worked towards. That is also going to help a lot. I'm going to keep beefing out this teal one. They're going to be... They should be able to push back through here. Now, we might not be in a position to take the island of Japan, but that's going to be fine. Paraguay joins the 4th International. Okay. I don't think we really care about that situation anymore. Got something smashed. Venezuela, Guatemala... Right, okay. So, I mean... There's some international stuff shaken up. Some civilian factory. Let's put you at the top. The faster repair, the faster... Okay. Let's take a look at the state of the world 1 second. Just to make sure. Okay, we've got no enemies near our home. That's important. It's just some things merging up and some other things that don't really have much of an impact. We can do war propaganda, but we don't care about war propaganda. Ever. Pretty much. It's too bad there's no... We don't have a Japanese stratagem. That would be handy. Still some green over there. Okay. How's our... So you're in progress. You're going to shave a few days off this. Maybe not as much as we would like. Do we need... Okay. I guess we don't need the Manchukuo cipher, actually. Well, I don't know. See... Planning speed. Defense bonus against a country, I guess, doesn't matter. The invasion things might... Breakthrough bonus against country. So I don't know if it's against their territory. Although the first thing we're going to fight is actually Japanese territory. Or just their troops. I guess I'll pause it. That way Japan will happen a little bit faster. And that might be our go time signal. Because hopefully we'll have more infrastructure done by then. We'll get the next level recon company, because it's a pretty substantial bonus. That, I mean, we've already got those companies on our divisions. It's going to be okay. Greek mechanization is done. Land of Mountains doesn't do that much for us right now, but it does lead to another good idea for some more manpower. I'm just trying to delay changing the manpower law for as long as we can. We don't have much of a manpower buffer, and that's going to exterminate or eliminate itself really fast when we push. But we are going to get a little bit more of a boost from our ideas in a second. So, hopefully, because the Hellenic Army, extensive conscription, yeah, we'll get another 0.2% as a base before our other multiplication multipliers, or modifiers. So, I think that will do fairly decent things for us. And the red group... Not great, but it could be worse. There we go, Logistics Company 2 will go straight into 3. So not only do our units need less supply, they also use less supply, which actually helps out all of our allies in this area. Fairly hopeful that this is going to be useful for us. Let me trim down on our internal infrastructure over here. We're going to be ready to do a few more things. Okay, that's our next level equipment over here, which is really nice. We'll go with this first, because I don't think we need that much hard attack. I'm going to swap you for this. Yes, please. Tank designer will wait on that for a bit longer. We might be able to get another advisor over here that will help. Screens, artillery. There you go. I would love this. Division recovery rate. Love it, but we're not communists. The artillery expert should help out with our setup. You know what? Okay, this front is going to be held. I actually am going to hold these guys. I'm just going to put them on, like, garrison duties over here. Just chill out way over here. I'm tempted to use your manpower, though. I guess I could even use your manpower for other things. But I don't really trust your division design as part of it. But yeah, just leave, free up some supply, because we're not going to need you to push here. Like the problem is the AI is moving so many troops in here because they want to push, but then there's no supply. So like, oh, we have no orcs, so we can't push. So we're just going to sit here forever and ever, which is kind of annoying normally, but really annoying if we're not the people who can build up the supply. So your choke point is now over here. So, by the way, if you don't know how this works, when you mouse over, first of all, it'll tell us here we have too much. We don't have enough supply over here because in the tooltip over here, we need 79. We're of 38. We're using 79 supply of 38, so we don't have enough. But why is it not enough? Well, if we look here, you can see how the rail here, the numbers in red, that's the choke point for this route. Now, if I mouse over here, it's still the choke point for this area as well. So this is clearly an area where we want to go and add substantially more infrastructure. And it is averaged for the whole zone. So, I mean, putting it over here seems maybe better just for movement, but anywhere in this area that we build infrastructure, and actually I will add another one just because we have enough factories that we can work on 3 projects. Ones will be a little slower. That's going to be okay. What I'll do is I'll lower the priority on that one. So this one's going to be a little slower, but it's still going to help get infrastructure in this area as quickly as possible. What is this? More propaganda? Of course it is. It's always propaganda. Go away. That or recruit foreign agents, but we didn't actually do that, which I'm fine with. Although it would be nice to have a Japanese-speaking one for what we're trying to do here. Okay, 150. So yes, I'm going to grab the artillery expert. That should give us a fair amount more punch. So our go time might be when we get to decryption. In fact, I think that'll line up okay. I was going to say there might be something else. It might be something like Logistics 3. But that's actually, Logistics 3 is going to finish just like 20 days or something before the Cipher. And actually, that's going to depend even on the mission. The Cipher might be done slightly sooner because it's going to be done at the end of the month. And that might be go time. We'll have a little bit more infrastructure at the same time. Sure, Guatemala. We'll have a little bit more infrastructure at the same time, which will help with supply. And again, our Logistics 3 will come in, so we will need less supply, we will use less supply, be a little easier for allies to work around us. Of course, we'll have full planning bonus, so that's not going to be a problem. Recon Company 3 is also going to be very helpful. Heck, getting the next little field hospital. We're going to go before we have the field hospital. The field hospital doesn't really help us in this immediate battle, so it's not the end of the world, although it would be ideal to have it all. I'm going to start working on some radar tech. Bum, 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 bum. We're going to get tons of army experience as soon as we start pushing, too. Come on. Try to advance this. Oh, my timer. I should really put a cut in here. So I'm going to do that. Oh yeah, you guys are all on a mission, so we don't currently have the spy stuff. That's going to be okay. We're going to put a cut in here. And next episode is going to be the push against, well, effectively Japan. I know it's like Manchukuo and you have the free states over here. Effectively, we're pushing into Japan is what's happening, even though the actual island of Japan may not get toyed with. Thanks a lot for watching another episode, folks, and I'm going to see you guys next time. Bye-bye.